What's going on, guys? We have managed to bag ourselves a tier 2 reward, and I'm going to talk about the team that went ahead and done it for me. I'm going to tell you about a couple of small little trades and the upcoming game week. So this is the team that done it for me. We had Unastal picking up the clean sheet and a little bit of AA there as well, plus my kind of, 11% bonus that I've got on him at the moment. Hopefully throughout the summer I've really kind of racked that up, get the levels up, and Gilles Smau, if I've said that right, come in as well with a 60 pointer. Now it's a shame really. I don't think I can I see it on here? Let's just have a look at the actual game, because there's definitely a quicker way of doing this. My bad. Here we go. Yeah, they smashed Heronveen just 4-0. I mean, proper, I was looking at getting his super rare a while back. It didn't happen, but picked up Smell, and he's just done bits for me. At least he wasn't the worst defender in the back line, but Brennett over here as well smashed it with a goal. This guy as well, Cerny. Wow, what a second half of the season, or 3/4 of the season this guy's had. Those scores are like Mbappe-esque. I don't know if he stays at 20, but if he does and he keeps producing scores like this, he'd be one of the best forwards in the game. But yeah, Small come up with some decent AA. You know, you can't complain when somebody's getting 25 AA. Little bit of a boost on there as well. But I was really looking forward to this lineup. I did post about it on Twitter as well, because I looked at it and I just thought, Smile 100 capable, Gil same, Zellerant the same, Griezmann the same. Now it wasn't quite hundreds all round, but it was very, very, very good scores. We got Hill coming in here with the 0-0 draw against New York City. He always comes up with AA if he's not scoring as well. Just as soon as he gets that decisive, he just goes through the roof in terms of score. We've got Zellerant doing what Zellerant does at the moment. I mean, if we take a look at this guy's scores in the last 6-7 games, whatever that is, really, really good. Columbus going forward are fantastic at the moment. To pair him with, I done a video on this probably 6 weeks ago or something, to pair him with Chucho Hernandez is probably the attacking stack for the summer. In my opinion, I've got Zellerant. Hernandez is a little bit too expensive for me at the moment, but he come in with an assist, and then Griezmann with the 2 assists as well. I've loved picking up Griezmann. He's one of my kind of favourite players, just from watching him for France. The guy is mad. We've actually got a Gibraltar game and a Greece game coming up as well. Hopefully he plays both of them, because I'm going to caps him in an upcoming week. But again, score-wise for this guy, he's mad. He takes their set pieces. He's good AA. He's good finishing. He's still at a decent age. I think he's still got like 2 years left of being quite top, to be honest. But going back to that lineup, what's that enabled me to do is not only win a tier 2, but also pick up a nice little bit of ETH as well, that 0.05, because at the moment I'm pretty broke. So yeah, that's good. If you want to see what I get, because I'm recording this video before the rewards come out, go ahead, follow me on Twitter, at the Parrot Press. You'll find kind of all random stuff that I post on there, but I will be putting up my reward as well. So check that out later tonight, or even if you're watching this in the future, go back and take a look if you're interested. If you're not and you don't really give a shit, then don't. Moving on to All-Star Rare Pro. This was a bit of a annoying lineup, because I would have secured another reward, and it would have been a tier 2 as well, if Vito's goal here would have stood. He managed to get some amazing AA, but he couldn't get the decisive, and it was actually disallowed, which was annoying. But we got off to a good start with Mateus kicking us off with a captain. Herrera was rested. Lovett's coming in again. Say it every single time. One of the most underrated players in the MLS. When he's picking up scores like this for a super rare, I don't think that's going to stop, because they are one of the best defenses there as well. And then pairing him with Willis. And as I've always said about Willis, that he does come up with some AA as well if he's not getting a clean sheet. An 11 there, 23, an 11, an 11, 17. It's good. He's a really solid keeper. This one was an interesting one, because I planned this as just a throwaway lineup, because I didn't know if Gressel was going to start. I didn't know if Sviatchenko was going to start. But they both did, and yes, Houston got smashed, hence the poor scores from the back line there, but they were just some leftovers there, and I wanted to put them out there. I didn't expect Buanga to do amazing things either, but playing at home, I thought we might nick a goal or an assist, but yeah, they've been dominated over that 2 legs basically by Lyon, and they couldn't get the job done. And then Savarino, very annoying, he was out. Just didn't play. He didn't travel for personal reasons. Hopefully everything's all right with him and he's back into the lineup next week or this upcoming week. And then lastly, a 240 team where it's probably one of the first times that I actually had 5 players out there starting, and I still couldn't get the job done. Still couldn't. I'll come on to talk about the goalkeeper in a minute, but Iraqi, he normally gets around this 60 to 65 just from an AA, but he couldn't do that. Arthur, as I said, Houston got smashed, so he didn't do much. Pedro Vita, who's not in the club anymore, again, I'll talk about that in a minute, but he done all right from an AA point of view, in a 1-1 draw. And then Till Banbury, I actually picked that guy up. Yeah, he's not a good forward, and he will be replaced in the summer when the transfer market opens. Nashville will go out there. They will buy a striker, if not 2, to partner with Mukhtar so that he can actually play as that proper number 10 and be able to feed balls through to a striker who's potentially going to finish rather than what Bunbury does. It's just, just horrendous. And the rest of the training lineups. So yeah, as I said, the tier 2's incoming. Now I've taken a look at the prize pool for this and what previous people have won by using Sorare data in previous weeks, finishing where I finished. Now I've gone up and down a little bit, but I'm pretty sure that I was looking at around about here, around Kai Wagner. Now Kai Wagner for me is the number. I said in a few videos back that I need another goalkeeper, I need another top, or I need a top defender to go into the summer with, and potentially another forward. After I've got those, I'm probably going to leave America alone, and my focus will turn into Europe. But that's all dependent, because I'm not planning on depositing. It's all dependent on what I do now and who I win. So if I can get somebody around this spot here, a Kai Wagner, an Evander or something like that I can trade, that's a decent amount, I think I should be getting a player that's worth around about 0.17, 0.18. And you can never complain about that. But even Saloy here, if I get him in, I could potentially transfer a forward out like a Mateus, and then get the 0.2 back and then spend it elsewhere. But who knows what we're going to get. As I said, follow me over on Twitter. I'll put a video up later on there. So moving on then, that was Joe Willis, that's Lovitz, and that's 20 that we don't care about anymore. So I went ahead and done this trade, and because I wasn't going to be picking up the ETH in 240, I cancelled the lineup because Kim Jin-hyun, who I won, 2-3 weeks ago, got subbed at half-time, and no one really knows why. I don't think it was injury related. I think he had a little bit of a flare up or a little bit of a shout up at either his defender or the ref, whatever was going on. I didn't read too much into it, but I thought, especially in Asia, if a goalkeeper gets subbed at half time, who knows what that means for them. Now he has played. If I just go to all here and make sure that I've got the right club, you can see he's guaranteed their number. Like, he's been their number 1 for many, many years, right? But the goalkeeper that come in here, I was reading a little bit about him. Where is he? Yeah, Yang Han Bin. I think he was a transfer in from Seoul or Seoul. And he used to be their number 1 there. So putting 2 and 2 together, I was like, maybe I should try and get out of this guy. I mean, I didn't really want him in the first place. I won him. I was trying to do a deal to try and bring in an American goalkeeper, but I couldn't get it done. So I managed to do this. And at the time, it looked like, if we look at even average valuation on that day, there was a little bit of a fluctuation, or a little bit in the buyer's favour, so to speak. But if we look at the floors now, you can see that I'm kind of the scales are in my favour a bit, right? Not too much, but a bit. I got rid of Pedro Vita, and that's Vite or VT or Vite, however you say his name. But I do think that this guy's a good player. He can rack up some decent AA. But, excuse me, there's definitely better midfielders out there. And I have good midfielders with Zelarayan, Heel, Tommy, a couple of others that I can't even think of. Hector Herrera. I'm good in that department. I didn't need this guy, so I included him on, and to bring in where have I gone over here, and to also bring in Brooks Lennon. Now everyone knows that I bang on about this guy. I was looking at more stats today to see if there's an alternative from Kai Wagner to bring in a decent defender over the summer, and Brooks Lennon, Lovitz, Wagner. There was one more fullback, maybe Tolkien. And even from a centre-back point of view, maybe Rodriguez from San Jose Earthquakes. They were the only ones that really kind of appeared in that list that get the double-doubles or get some crosses in or shots on target or whatever it is. And Brooks Lennon, again, is right up there. So I only super I thought, you know what? Let's get his rare in as well. He can spike. He has good games. He takes set pieces, which again ticks all of my boxes. Last two games have not been ideal, but with a couple of home games coming up, hopefully he can turn that round a touch. So yeah, done that deal. Those two guys are out. These two guys are in. Just to mention on Steve Clark as well is if you've been following the channel, if you don't follow the channel, hit the subscribe button as well. Follow my journey on Sorare. But I already own a Steve Clark. But as I said, I was kind of looking for a quick deal to get out of that goalkeeper. Now, since then, Steve Clark's price has actually gone down. The good thing that's in my favour is that I've got a new card of his. Now, it's not going to really improve these next couple of games, I don't think. We're playing LA twice. And I am trying to sell the game. To be honest, actually, he could, against LA, he could pick up some serious AA. It's just that you can't concede 3 because obviously you lose that part of your decisive score. I'm still going to rock him in one of my lineups. You know what I mean? You never know what's going to happen. A clean sheet there, that could be 100 for Clark. And I do like Clark. I'll pair him with Svianchenko. I've already got Hector Herrera. I've got Bartlow as well. It's almost like I'm becoming a bit of a Houston fan, which I don't know. I didn't really plan on doing that. But I do think he comes back into some decent form. He's just got some tough fixtures coming up. This nice little stretch here, a couple of home games, a decent away game there against Colorado. He should play in the Leagues Cup as well. But yeah, I like Steve Clark. I've got his new card. I'm just surprised really about his price kind of plummeting quite quickly. I don't know why. He's definitely their number one there. So yeah, that was that deal. Let's move on. This is a very small deal, but I'm going to tell you about it just because it impacts my lineup for this midweek, which I'm happy that I can put one together. I got rid of Oliver Burke with the famous Pavel Trader. Got rid of him, sent a little bit of ETH, and picked up Rosito from Atlanta. Now, what's that? I'm just looking at the ETH and floors and averages and stuff like that. I mean, it's not a bad trade. I don't really care about Oliver Burke in terms of like playing him in lineups, etc. So I needed a player right now. Didn't really have any ETH, and yes, even though that's only like 30 quid or whatever, I didn't actually have that. I only had this amount of ETH in the bank. But I picked up Rosito because I needed a midfielder for the upcoming game week. And yes, they play LA, but he should be a busy boy. He should pick up some AA hopefully, and he's not the worst. To be honest, he's not the worst. He's capable of picking up some AA. If he can get me that sort of 50 to 60 mark, extremely happy. If he gets me 40 to 50, I'd still be happy, to be honest, because otherwise I wouldn't have been putting a lineup out. But he can pop up with a decisive, which is good. A goal there, an assist in the last game. Who knows what can happen? And that brings me on nicely to the lineup builder for this week, for this game week. So with 20 winning and getting through to the next stage of their kind of playoffs, where they play Sparta Rotterdam in I think it's the Europa Conference League playoffs in the Eredivisie. it helps me put this lineup together, because otherwise I've not got a goalkeeper. So I don't know what I'm hoping for, because I've got Smal as my captain and I've got Unistol in there. But as I said, they do play Sparta Rotterdam, and I've got Vito Van Cruz in there. Good thing about Van Cruz is that, yes, he's at home. They might see a touch more of the ball. I still expect over the 2 legs 20 to win and go into that Conference League next year. But he can pick up some decent AA when he's at home. I don't know what that is. Let's have a look at what his AA is as an average, actually, over the last, even 40. Yeah, if he picks up, 11, if he gives me like 60 points because of his super rare, I'm all right with that. This is just a bit of a punt of a team. And then we've got Brooks Lennon in there playing against LA, I've already mentioned. And then I picked up Rosito, who's playing against LA as well. They both should start, and it gives me an opportunity to have another go at trying to pick up a reward. So what does the reward pool look like? Let's take a look. No, not upcoming. We are live now, as it's about 20 past 3 my time. So what have we got? How many entrants? We've got 904 people that have entered. And how many rewards have we got? 47. All right. Let's see what happens. What matches are going on this week? All right, so we've already got some Turkish matches going on. Fine. Libertadores, so there'll be some decent Argentina junior stacks in there as well. A couple of K-Leagues games Daegu's playing. Okay. Depending if they're going to be scored, though. And then some MLS games and some Chinese Super League games. All right, okay. So not some like massive stacks that are out there. So who knows what's going to go on with that side. Apart from that, guys, I think that's where we are, to be honest. As I said at the beginning of this video, I need to sort out the goalkeeper. I need to pick up that elite defender. Hopefully I can get myself a Kai Wagner today. I will be opening that and putting it on Twitter, so go ahead and follow me there. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you want to see some more, hit the subscribe button. As always, guys, good luck for the upcoming game weeks, and I will see you in the future.